Hi everybody, this is Ellen. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make the Happy Pen, a happy clicker pen with multiple colors. I don't know if you guys remember these. These were huge when I was a kid. I don't know if they have them around a whole lot now. This is one that I found somewhere. This one has 4 colors, but they're like these, and they pick a color and you get a different color pen. They're awesome. But I actually had one that had 6 colors, and it looked like this one, so even the same size. It was a big fat pen. It was cool. I loved it. But so I'm going to show you how to make this. And let's see, band wise, the white in this one is 135, the blue is 96. There are a couple gray down here for the points. You could use like different colors here if you wanted to actually like pick a color and then use that instead down here for what you're writing with. Then you'll need 5 of every color that you plan to put up here on the clicky part. So, and then of course your eyes, I use 7mm pony beads this time, which is about 1 band if we're going to use bands for the eyes, and then your cheeks and your mouth. So we'll get started. We have a few parts to make ahead of time. We'll put this over here. Oh, I saw the little clip here to put on your shirt. So it's awesome. So first we need to make our little clicky parts, and they're made with 5 bands. So we take 2 bands, put them on your hook, wrap them around once, then kind of push them down. Then grab your other 3 bands, put them on your hook, and then I like to put them on my finger like that because I use these 2 fingers to grab these 4 bands up here, bring them around, and twist them over the top. And then if I can kind of show you here. So I have my 3 bands, they're like right in the middle of that twist now. And then you'll take 2 bands and pull them through till they're in the center. So you want to make 6 like that in different colors that you choose. So you need those ahead of time. And then we have the eyes. If you want a band or a bead, and I lost my craft wire, I don't know where it went, but if you're going to use a band, it's 1 band on the hook wrapped around once into the figure 8. Grab both bands, wrap them around again, and then pull through 2 bands that are the color of the lower part of your pen, and just pull it over. So eyes, if you use bands, you make 2 of them. And then if you're using a bead, I usually have a piece of craft wire, but I lost it like I said, so this is actually a piece of strand band stuff. I'm just going to put it through the center of my bands, fold it up, and then poke these through my bead and bring it down. So if you want beads, you'll need 2 eyes this way. Then we have our cheeks, which is 1 band, whatever color you want the cheek to be, on the hook, wrap it around, grab both bands, wrap them around again, and then pull through 2 bands that are the lower color of your pen. Tongue-tied. So 2 cheeks. And then we have our little clip here, and that is, it's going to be, it's all doubled or double banded, but we start first with doing a cap band and then 6 single double banded ones. So 1 band, figure 8, grab both, double it. Now we pull through 6 double bands. So put it on the hook, wrap it around once, and then pull it through, back it on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then what we want to do is for the next 3, we're actually going to use 2 bands. So put 2 bands on, double them, pull them out, pull them through. So 1 doubled, do again with the 2 bands, pull it through, And then one more time with the double bands. And then lastly, one band pulled through and doubled. Like that. Now this one needs some holding bands for now, so I'm just going to pull some bands through. So like this. Cap band, 6 single doubled bands, and then 3 doubled double bands, and then 1 single band, and then just pull any bands you want through the top to hold it for now. So you have that. And now I think we can get started. So you want your loom, wrong end towards you. This is only made on 6 pins, so you can, hey look, it's my craft wire, awesome. I'll lose it again. So again, 6 pins is all we're working on. So we're going to start by making a starburst. So from the center pin, we'll go out to the 6 pins around. Everything's double banded, unless I say differently. So, and I'm actually going to do it right over the base plate down here for once, since I'm using white too. You can see it a little better. Like that. And then you want 2 bands on the center pin wrapped around 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Then you go in through your cap band, grab the top 2 bands wherever they are. Okay. Well, there's 1. And 2. And then just do that all the way around. So I'll go back through the cap band, find the next 2 bands, pull those up and back towards themselves. Like that. Now we're going to do a row all the way around. 2 bands. Go around the outside. Like that. Then you go and you flip the bottom 4 all the way around. Push those down. Now we're going to want our colors for our top. So just take them and put them on wherever you like. Find my center. Just take them and put them on like that. There we go, so they're all sticking out. And then what we want to do, although it's kind of odd now, but I want you to come back and take like the top 2 off right here, put them over here, put these over here, so they're just kind of off of the pin. Now we need to go back to our clip, and you need to pull your hook back through the bands that our holding bands are through. So it's on your hook. Now this is going to go around the bands right here. So I'm just going to take these 4 bands, pull them off the pin, slide down my clip, and then put the bands back on the pin. I know I could have done that first, but you know. And then just go ahead and put these bands back. It's actually how I wrote it in my notes, so I don't know why I didn't do it first, but so like that. So it's hanging up. And now we'll go ahead and flip the bottom 4 all the way around. Just make sure you don't hook any of your color bands that are hanging off and get them stuck in anything. Like that. Now we're going to do another row all the way around, and when we do this, you're going to take the 2 bands that we have and they're going to go through the loose bands that we have here. But first, before we go on, we need to attach the next row on our clip. So to do that, we have that single band that's wrapped around above. This next little teardrop shape right above, you want to put your hook through there. Take 1 band, double it, pull it through, put both ends back on the hook. And then again, we're going to take the bands off the pin right here on this end one, slide these bands down, and then put the bands back. So pull up, slide down, put them back. Like that. So now we'll do our row around, and you can either, I think it's easiest to put your hook through the bands, pull them through and put them on. You can just push them through with your hands, but I think doing them on the hook is a little easier. They might be kind of hiding down below. You want to make sure that they're as straight as possible when you pull your bands through as well. Make sure there's no twist in them. Last one. Like that. So then you'll go and you'll flip the bottom 4. Oh, you came off. Go back on. And go ahead and push your bands down. And you can pull up the center now if you want. Very nice. So again, we want to attach the next spot down on our clip. Just going to pull this up, see where you went through last time, and go in through the next spot down. Do the double band again. Pull it through. Both ends back on the hook. And again, pull those bands off that front pin, pull them through. And back on. Like that. Then once again, we're going to do another row all the way around with the pulling the bands through. So there's a lot of fiddling at first with the getting the bands through, but it gets much easier at the end, or much quicker, I should say. Oops, extra bit. So like that again. Then we'll flip the bottom 4. Too many bands in my way. Push everything down. Pull up your center some more. Then we are going to attach the clip one last time, and you should be going through that last doubled band that we did with the 2 bands. So through there, pull another double band through. And then again, pull up those front bands through it. And back on. All right. Push down. And then again, we go through the bands around. that. Then you'll push your bottom 4 over. Looks like I missed one on that one. It's hard to see on these end ones. I can tell that I missed putting a band over, so I need to fix it. Or maybe I didn't. I'm seeing things. We're good. It wouldn't have been a big deal anyways, but... Alright. Now we're going to do another row all the way around. We're not attaching the clip this time, but we're just going to go through our other bands. Like so. So then go ahead and flip the bottom 4. So now if you want to check, so you look on the side here, move my band over, you have the knot or the top of the clicker across on one band, and then below that, if I can get it pulled up here, you should have 1, 2, 3, and 4 kind of cross pieces that go through it. So it looks like that. And now, so I'll make sure here. Yes. Now we're going to do 2 rows or 3 rows all the way around with 2 bands. So this is easier. And we're not going through the bands anymore, just all the way around. I keep looking at these blue bands and going, where do those come from? Distracting me. So like that. Flip your bottom 4. That's one. And then do our second row. Same thing. Flip the bottom 4. Push down. And a third row. Like that. Flip the bottom 4 again. I always feel like when I'm working on so many or so few pins, it's hard for me to say anything in between because then I have to always interrupt myself to actually say what the tutorial is, and that's usually what you guys want to hear anyways. So push everything down. So you should have the nice top portion done. Sweet. Now you'll want your second color that you're going to use for the bottom portion of the pen, and we're going to puff out all of the 6 pins. So it's 2 bands, and you go through the bands that are already on the pin, hook your second color, pull it up through, put both ends back on, and then take off the bands that are on the pin and replace them with what's on your hook. Like that. And you'll do that all the way around. For the one up here, it's kind of hard to get in there, so I usually just put the 2 bands on the pin next to it. Then I'll go through the bands, grab them, pull them up through, back onto the pin, and then I'll hook them, take the bands off, and put them where they belong. So like that. Now we're going to do 3 rows all the way around. 2 bands using that second color. Flip your bottom 4, which are your puffing bands. Push down, so that's 1 row. Do our second row. Flip the bottom 4. and a third row. Flip the bottom 4. Push down. So now we're going to do our face. So you want your eyes, your cheeks, and your mouth ready. So we're going to put the face or the eyes over on these 2 spots right here. So I'll start 2 bands and we'll do an eye and the other eye. And the rest is just green bands or bands. 2 bands all the way around the rest. Like that. Flip your bottom 4. Pops up. And don't worry if it looks a little like pulled apart right here. We'll pull that back together when we're done. So again, next row is going to be our cheeks. They'll go in the same spots as the eyes. So 2 bands. And then our cheeks. And then 2 bands are all the rest. Flip your bottom 4. Push down. Now we want to put on the mouth, and it's going to go wrapped around this one. So you want a band, whatever color you want your mouth to be. On your hook, wrap it around once, and then we'll just do it this way where we go put our hook through those bands, pull them off, slide our mouth band down, and then put the bands back onto the pin where they were. Just make sure all the bands are back on the pin before you take your hook out. So it's like that. Now we're going to do 2 rows all the way around with our 2 bands. These pens are seriously awesome. You had to have them when I was in school, and you were cool. Like that. Flip your bottom 4. Push down. Now our second row all the way around. Like that. Flip your bottom 4. Push everything down. And now we're going to reduce. We're going to reduce the 3 pins right here. Little pins in the way. So starting over here on the lower right, I'm going to grab the top 2 bands. They're coming from the top pin, so I'm going to take them to the opposite pin. And the other 2 bands are going to go Then over here on the left, grab the top two. They're coming from below, so I'm going to bring them up. And the other two will go below. And then up here in the center, grab the top two. They're coming from the left, so they're going to go over to the right. And the other two will go to the left. Just take them to the opposite pin that they go to, if you didn't have them laid on there exactly as I did. Then we're going to do a row all the way around. This time a little triangle. Like that. And then what you want to do is flip over the bottom 8 bands. So each pin is going to have 4 bands from our reducing to go over, and then 4 bands from the row before. I always think it's easier to do the reducing bands first, and then the other 4. Just so you're leaving 4 bands on the pin. Push those down. Kind of pull your pen up like that. So now we're going to make the little pen point here. So you're going to want one band that is the color of your pen right here, and then either a couple of gray or black bands, or if you want, like I said, if you want like to be yellow point, then the first band that we put on will be, pick a yellow one. But I'm going to make them gray again. So on the hook, this one will be your colored one if you wanted to have a colored point. So on the hook, wrap it around, grab both bands, wrap it around again, then pull through a double band. So on the hook, double it, pull it through like that. And then the color of your pen, we want to double this one too, pull it through, and now it's kind of tricky, I guess, but what I want to do is I want this to put this on so it's stretched this way between these pins. So what I'm going to do is take these bands that are on this by the face, lift them off the pin, and just pull them down for a minute, down here. Then I'll grab these 2 ends and stretch them. And it's going to be tight because they're doubled, so just take your time. If you need to, put them both onto one pin and then just pick up the top 2 bands and pull them back across, however you need to do that. So like that, and then grab the bands that we moved over and move them right back over the top, like that. So now we are ready to close. So I'm just going to start right here, put my hook in those bands, then grab the 2 bands from our point, then grab the next ones around, and grab the other half of our point, and then the last ones. And you want to take 2 bands, pull them through everything on your hook, both ends back on, make a slip knot, but before you tie it too tight, grab our point and kind of push it through to the other side if you need to. You'll tell if it's kind of pulled off to one side and looks funny. It should be fairly straight off the bottom. And then once you've done that, then you can pull tight, go in through the pen, hide your bands, hide it when you didn't pull it enough, like so. And then I kind of either push my pen point down more, or you can grab the bands, pull them down, so it's not like super pointy. So like that. Because we did that reducing too, there might be like a few spots where it comes in a little farther than you need it to. Just take your hook and go in through there. And then right here in the center where we did the puffing, it's just because we pulled tight, so we need to just kind of loosen those up. So I just take my hook, go in through the bands right there, and just kind of pull them back toward each other. And just do that all the way around. Yours might not be noticeable. Different band types too might make a difference. So I kind of pulled the bottom ones up, so now we'll go and pull the top ones down. All the way around. There we go. Much better. And we should have our nice little clip. Might have to straighten it out a little bit if yours got distorted. These should be fine, but I mean, if you need to like rearrange them if they're kind of twisted, just give it a good pull. But awesome. I love them. They're so cute. Get to write me stories. But thank you guys very much. I hope that you enjoyed these. They're a little different. I know that I have seen the people who have made designs using my techniques, and kind of makes it hard for me to make designs as well without feeling like I might be copying people. So I know that there's nothing like this out there, and I love it this way anyways. So hopefully you enjoy this, and then look out for the other little things too, where we use our little notepad to write in. Yeah, that's super awesome. So check those out too. If you make these, share them with me on my Instagram, which is at Crafting Fantastic, or on my Facebook, which is feelinspiffy or Crafting Fantastic. And then of course, give my videos thumbs up. Don't be afraid to subscribe. Hit that little button because that's awesome. And then of course, I will have more tutorials for you before too long. Thank you guys very much. Happy looming.